Psalm 50. The mighty God, even the Lord, hath spoken, and called the earth from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God hath shined. Our God shall come, and shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him. He shall call to the heavens from above, and to the earth, that he may judge his people. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. And the heavens shall declare his righteousness, for God is judge himself, Selah. Hear, O my people, and I will speak, O Israel. And I will testify against thee. I am God, even thy God. I will not reprove thee for thy sacrifices or thy burnt offerings, to have been continually before me. I will take no bullock out of thy house, nor he-goats out of thy folds. For every beast of the forest is mine, and the cattle upon 1,000 hills. I know all the fowls of the mountains, and the wild beasts of the field are mine. If I were hungry, I would not tell thee, for the world is mine, and the fullness thereof. Will I eat the flesh of bulls, or drink the blood of goats? Offer unto God thanksgiving, and pay thy vows unto the Most High. And call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. But unto the wicked God saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldst take my covenant in thy mouth? Seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee. When thou sawest a thief, and thou consentedst with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers, thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee, and set them in order before thine eyes. Now consider this, ye that forget God, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver. Whoso offereth praise glorifieth me, and him that ordereth his conversation aright will I show the salvation of God.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kankadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutation to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. And what I want to get into, all right, tonight, the topic, that's been circulating, all over the internet, over YouTube, everyone has their take, and it stems from the situation, that happened, with the little chick that supposedly, got hit with a brick, by this man, and no, the Jakes that was around didn't help, so now there's an outcry, to protect, random black women, okay, the nigger woman, all right, And you have other stories come out, said that it was an allergic reaction. She pretty much did a scam. I think she has raised over 40,000, off of GoFundMe, and at the end of the day, whether it was a scam or not, whether it actually happened, the Lord causes things to happen to create talking points, okay? Because the hell with that nigga woman, all right? Because this is something small, all right, compared to what's to come, okay? Because we understand prophecy, and what she's crying about is light compared to what's coming, okay, to the earth, especially here in the West, especially here in America, man. Boy, it's gonna be the worst, okay? So now you have this debate back and forth, should random men get involved in altercations, involving the nigga woman in public, okay? And we're going to deal with the scriptures, and the scriptures is all about wisdom, okay? Moving in wisdom. And it ain't about what GMS say, what Yashima say, or what this brother say. We're going to deal with the scriptures, man, because we coming to a time where these things going to happen more frequent. It's going to be way worse, all right? And we have the instructions on how to move. Now, first, before I get into these videos, okay, I want to lay the foundation with some scriptures, and then, quite a few videos I got, I'm trying to run them through, commentate, and get some scriptures, some precepts, dealing with each video. But first, let's start here, all right? Because at the end of the day, we have to understand this is why order is established. This is why instructions are established, because instructions protect us, okay? Being obedient, okay, is our biggest protection, all right, within society. Being obedient to the scriptures, this is our protection, okay? Now, I just want to get a few. Let's get this in Jeremiah. Um, Jeremiah 6:2. All right. This is Jeremiah 6:2. It says, I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. So the Lord likens the nation of Israel to a woman. Okay. And the Lord, all right, likens himself to our husband. All right. And one thing about it is we're learning, because we grew up in a society where Esau confused, the gender roles of man and woman, talking about equality and liberation, and pretty much everything is catering and centered around a woman. He pretty much confused, all right, the order within marriage. All right. And order wasn't a thing, because Esau, he makes order seems oppressive. He makes it seem as if order, okay, is oppressive to the woman. All right. But order is set up for a woman's protection. Okay. And as a nation, we strayed away from the order of our husband, Yahweh Shema Shai, and that removed us out of his protection. Our disobedience removed us out of his protection. Okay? And the first video I got, she's going to go into these things, man. Okay? So I'm going to get to the videos, and then we got some more precepts going into it, Lord will. I'm going to go ahead and cue up this first video. Okay? So let's go here. All right. And I think they shadow banned the video, so a lot of people didn't get the notification, but it's all good. We'll re-upload it on the other channels. But let's go here. So this is from the channel Residual Impact. My wife had sent me this video the other day. I've been kind of sitting on it. and just letting other information come in, different perspectives come in, different videos come in, and now, they're gonna deal with it in the spirit. But this is all right. This woman here, she's pretty much talking with sense, and that's a rare thing amongst a nigga woman. Someone that has some goddamn sense, man. Okay, there's an 80-90 percentile of the nigga woman in America is completely finished, man. Okay, but she's talking with some sense, and it lines up with scriptures, and we're going to get scriptures to bag up the point she's saying of the order of a woman. Okay, so I'm gonna let this play for a minute, let her speak, and then we'll get into some more precepts. Um,
Where they're more likely to lose their life. What, when, where, why, and first to Black women not being protected. Let me
points in this video, but there are also some people who disagree.
In regards to Black women not being protected, let me first state the obvious. No man should put his hands on a woman. We desire protection, but sometimes what we don't understand is that true protection comes with a level of control. Bodyguards are a good example. A bodyguard will make their client leave from a dangerous place. The bodyguard has to know all the details: who, what, when, where, why, and how. And the client has to listen to the bodyguard and follow the instruction that the bodyguard gives them. It's really an agreement between all parties involved. When the person who needs protecting does not follow the instruction and the direction of the protector, it puts the protector in a situation where they're more likely to lose their life. I have 4 brothers and a father, and I listen to their instruction even when they're not around. They have told me to stay away from certain places if I'm by myself or if it's late at night. They've also advised me not to be drunk or high in certain situations. Even though my brothers, my dad, and the men in my life protect me, I in turn protect them by listening to them and following their instruction. They don't have to come to my defense in some wild scenario, because if I listened to them, I wouldn't have been there in the first place. And this is another thing I feel like is pertinent to say, and I know folks ain't gonna like this one. I don't have sons right now, but when I do have sons, I'm gonna teach them that there's a difference between diamonds and dirt and rubies and rocks. Rubies and diamonds are often in jewelry stores. They're in glass cases, they're secured, there's an alarm system, there's a lot of layers of protection because those things are valuable. But you could pull over to the side of the road and find some dirt and rocks. Expecting a man to risk his well-being, his future, and his life on someone who does not see value in themselves or the man is asinine. That's a very asinine thing to ask. All I'm saying is protection comes with a little bit of sacrifice. It comes with a little bit of control. And me personally, I feel that what I have to sacrifice and the amount of control I have to give up is 100% worth it to receive the protection that I've been getting my whole life.
Now, once I saw that video.
All right, and she made a lot of sense. She made a lot of points, and it aligns with the Bible. And so we're going to address these things in the spirit, okay? And we're going to start from the top and trickle down, to how us as a nation being obedient to Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah kept us protected, okay, as a nation. All right, but when we got out of pocket, we stepped out of the protection of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah. Okay, he wasn't inclined to protect us because we was too out of pocket. We was too disobedient. Okay, so let's get some scriptures, man. All right, to go into that, and then we're gonna deal with it on the carnal level, man. All right, but women are so headstrong. When they hear the word controlled or submissive, Esau has conditioned a woman to think of the color purple. Okay, what's love got to do with it? You see, that's what the woman thinks. All right, but then well, that's another topic, man. Because Eve just doing so goddamn much, man. Well, let's go to the scriptures, man. Cause it's easy to go on a rant, all right, on the stupidity of the goddamn woman, man. Okay, the contradictory mindset, all right, of the dumbass woman, man. You gotta keep saying it like that because it's just so bad. Okay, now this is the book of Deuteronomy, okay, chapter 32 and 15, it said, but Jeshurun, all right, which is in Hebrew Yashawan, which means upright one, which is the nickname for Israel, the Most High put on Israel. Okay, it said, but Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. Thou art waxing fat, thou art grown thick, thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook the Most High, which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation. So yeah, when we was in our sovereignty, what happened? We got proud, we got beside ourselves, man. All right, just as these women have today. You know, they've been receiving these benefits. They've been worshiped in the media. They've been worshiping songs. They've been, worshiping the family. It's all about Big Mama. It's all about Mama. It's all about Mother's Day, So they've been installed to the clouds, okay, and they've forgotten their order, okay? Just as we as a nation, we got out of pocket and we lightly esteem the rock, all right, of our salvation, which is Yahweh Bashem Al-Shai. Just like the woman, she lightly esteems the man today. Okay? No respect for the average man. Okay? You got to be a superhero with superpowers. Okay? You got to fly. You got to, you got to do all these great things just to get, all right, a glance, from the woman. Unless you one of these, street niggas or prison niggas, them niggas are, you got the superhero niggas and the prison niggas. The prison niggas, street niggas might be at the top, and we're gonna address that too, man. Then you got, if you just a professional guy, you gotta be a superhero. All right, if you not a street nigga, you gotta be a superhero. Okay, to Eve. Okay, because Eve worship them street niggas, man, and we gonna prove that, man. Okay, especially the street niggas that went to prison. Them niggas are the high value, man. All right. Well, we're gonna get into that. So going back into it, says they provoked him to jealousy with strange gods, with abomination provoked they him to anger. So we provoke the Heavenly Father to anger, okay, by doing what? Following after strange gods. Here it is, the Lord has done all these things for us and showed us these miracles and, chosen us as a nation unto himself. And what do? Okay? we want to follow the heathen. Okay? We want to follow degenerates, man. Okay? So what did they do? So the Lord, which, is our provider and our protector, but also he's our instructor. Okay? There are stipulations to the protection that comes from Yahweh Bashem Al-Shai. There's stipulations to their protection, man. It says they sacrifice unto devils, not to the Most High, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. Okay? Of the rock that begot thee, thou art unmindful and hast forgotten the Most High that formed thee. And when the Lord saw it, he abhorred them. And abhorred means he avoided them. Let's get that. He avoided us, man. Okay? So what we're going to see, all right, is the black woman is going to be avoided in these times, man. All right? Jake is not going to be apt, okay, inclined to jump in. And the few niggas are. We're going to get the Jakes that's been jumping in to these conflicts. All right? And getting they got their head busted, man. All right? Some even put to death. Okay? Now, this is, get that word abhor. Let me see, abhor. All right? Which is nasha in the Hebrew. Yep, so it's to scorn, okay, or to despise, all right, to contemn. Let's see if it got a root word. Yep, so to despise, all right, to contemn, to abhor. Let me see. Get another. So you go here in the Google. Okay, let's get into Google. So you pull it up in the Google. Abhor. Let's see. Do it. So let's get this word abhor. All right. So you get the definition of abhor. It means to regard with disgust or hatred. Okay, and that's how the Lord felt towards us as a nation. He said, look, says y'all want to do y'all, okay, y'all want to rebel against order. All right. You know, he developed a disgust and the hatred for us as a nation, man. And that's what has happened. All right, this is what we're seeing with the nigger woman, man. The nigger woman has been out of pocket so long that there's a disgust and the hatred that's been developed for the nigger woman. And it's right before the time of Jacob's trouble, man. The Lord is finna have Eve out there finished. Okay? Finished. You know? At least they repent, except the ones that repent, man, in sincerity. Now, this is Deuteronomy 32 and 21. It says, they have moved me to jealousy. Now, I think I skipped. Verse 19 says, and when the Lord saw it, he abhorred them because of the provoking of his sons and his daughters. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be, for they are a very froward generation, children in whom is no faith. Okay? So the Lord said, look, I'm going to hide my face, which means he's going to, you know, pretty much the Most High, you know, he stepped out, he stepped away from us, man. Okay, and let us go on about our way. Since we moved as if we had it figured out, all right, he let us go about our way, and we ended up in what? Captivity. Finished. It always ended bad for us, man. Okay, and this is what we're finna see happen to the nigger woman. It's finna end extremely bad. Okay, the Lord is pretty much putting the spirit in the earth for like, nah, you know, do you got it figured out. You know, you've been claiming independent, strong, need no man. Now the Lord is making Eve stand on that shit, man. Okay? And that's what he did to us as a nation. He made us stand on the things that we was doing. Okay? You go here to Jeremiah. All right? Let's get this in Jeremiah. When we you know, because the wisdom is a preventive measure. We can get that word preventive too. Okay? This is Jeremiah 2 and 28. It says, but where are thy gods that thou hast made thee? All right. And the nigger woman, okay, she worshiped herself above everything. And then she worshiped, all right, niggas, street niggas. Okay. Where are these niggas that you laying with, that you dealing with? Because the average woman, okay, is dealing with 2 to 5 men at the same time. Okay. Well, we've been out here. We know what it is, man. Okay, where are all these niggas at? Why do random men, okay, have to risk their life because of your poor decision making? But all these niggas that you getting pregnant by, okay, and that you dealing with, that there is nothing required of them niggas. You know, where they at? Okay, where are all these baby daddies at, man? They don't have to step up, but a random man is supposed to, you know, come on, man. It says, let them arise if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble. For according to the number of thy cities are thy gods, O Judah. Now, let's go here because wisdom is preventive, you know, because she said the word preventive. She said, look, if you want protection, you know, you have to give up control. Okay, and control. All right. You know, when you give up control and you're obedient, okay, to the guidance of a man, it's a preventive measure. Now, let's get this word preventive. Now, there are men, you know, that abuse their authority. Okay, they just throw their authority around just cause. Okay, but for the most, but see, those going back, those are the men, that you love. Okay? The women love toxic niggas, man. Okay? So, but a decent man, the majority of the things he's telling you is for preventive measures. Okay? To keep your silly ass, all right, from being harmed. Okay, you might not like it, you might feel some type of way, you might be emotional about it. But the thing is, men are telling, the majority of men, okay, a decent man will be telling his woman particular orders, all right, as a preventive measure. That's why men don't talk a lot, because they're always thinking. They're thinking, all right, from every angle. When you see men, especially men that's in the crowd, a man is always thinking, like, even if your man is at Walmart, if you pay attention to him, he's looking around. Okay? Because a man thinks worst case scenario. Okay? So the thing is, he's scoping and analyzing the scene. So now all you have to do is listen to the wisdom, because he done already scoped it out. He done peeped certain things. Because the woman is so goddamn, frugal and just be floating and blinking, looking in the air, so a lot of times, men have already peeped out certain scenes and certain scenarios. Men be your husband be listening to when you saying particular things. He hear things different because he's hearing it from a position of a protector. So you might tell him something, and then he'll internalize that, and then he'll make a decision. Well, look, you probably don't need to go. You don't need to go over there. They got too much going on over there. Okay. Well, look, it's a lot going on in the city. You need to be home at this time. I seen this on the news. Them niggas wilding over there, and that, stay away from that. I know you want to see your people this weekend, and y'all had that, but there's a lot going on over there. It wouldn't be wise to go over there. Okay? And what is that called? It's called preventive measures, man. So you go to the word preventive. It said preventive, designed to keep something undesirable, such as illness, harm, or accidents from occurring. Okay? And this wisdom that we have is preventive. Okay? When you go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 2, all right, let's get to Proverbs 2 and 9. Let's start at 9. Okay? It's Proverbs 2 and 9 says, then shalt thou understand righteousness and judge. Well, I started at 8. It says, he keepeth the paths of judgment and preserveth the way of his saints. Let's go to his word, preserve. Okay? He preserveth the way of his saints. All right? In the Hebrew, which is shamar. Okay? Shamar. All right? And you go to the word shamar in the Hebrew, which is a quick prayer, you can put over someone, especially as a man, you put that prayer over his wives, and the wife can put that prayer on the husband, and he goes out, you ask the Lord, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Shamar, all right, which is to watch, to keep guard, to observe, okay, to keep guard, to keep watch and ward, to protect, to save life, okay. So you can ask the Heavenly Father, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Shamar, all right, which this word here, Shamar, which is to keep guard, to keep watch, to protect, okay, Al-Atah, okay, which is over you. Al is over, Atah is you. So Yahweh, in the name of the name of the Father, by Hashem, in the name, all right, Yahweh Shai, the Son, Shamar, which is to keep guard or watch, okay, Il, which is over, and Atah is you. So Yahweh Bashim Al Shah Shamar Al Atah. May the Heavenly Father, in the name of his Son, watch over you. Okay? And that's a prayer, you can put on someone, as they go out and about, or just a daily, prayer you request, you will ask. Okay? So let's go back into it and read down some more. And it says, then shalt thou understand righteousness, Proverbs 2 and 9, and judgment and equity, yeah, every good path. When wisdom enter into thy heart and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee. That word shamar. Understanding shall keep thee. All right, to deliver thee from the evil way of the evil man, from the man that speaketh forward things. So wisdom, all right, preserves, is preventative. Okay, this wisdom that we have, it prevents a lot of madness. All right, and the Lord has done what in these latter times? He has. When you go here to Jeremiah, okay, what has the Lord done? Because we didn't understand these things. We didn't, you know, understand the wisdom of the scriptures, man. All right, we was all westernized, man. Then Jeremiah 3 and 15 says, and I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. Okay, and this knowledge and understanding is preventative. It keeps us out, all right, of the madness, man. Okay, let's go here. Okay, because what are these pastors? All right, was beginning with the apostles and elders, the men, that have come under them in the spirit. Okay, the understanding from the scriptures and how to be. Even a woman putting on modest apparel. Do you know, that that's warding off unwanted attention? Okay, you put on modest apparel because there's a lot of Jake. They want, they they want that low hanging fruit. Okay, they want something they see as easy. So that's why you wear certain outfits and you put yourself, where men go out their way. You know, you pull in the gas station, they pull in based on what they seen you had on at Walmart. Like even that modest apparel is keeping you out of the way of harm. Okay. 2 Timothy 3 and 15. I started 16. It says all scripture I started 15. It says, and there from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith which is in Yahweh Shah Hamashiach. Yeah, because we have this wisdom, it's levels to it. We have an understanding of prophecy, which we know not to take the MOTB. Okay. We know not to, give in to what this man is finna bring. All right. And this wisdom is making us wise unto salvation. Okay. We know to be obedient unto death. Even if we face with a death, man, we have the wisdom. Okay. Yahweh Shai is the resurrection. Okay. So these things are making us wise unto salvation. And then you have your day-to-day wisdom. Okay. Like women being in modest apparel. Okay. Being harmless wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. Okay, to get us through day to day. Agree with our adversary quickly. Okay, so we have wisdom on every level that's preserving us. Okay, verse 16, all scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. Okay, but if we don't submit to the doctrine, to the reproof, for the correction or the instruction, then okay, we're not eligible to be protected. Okay, and I got an account, but I want to get this real quick. Also dealing with, all right, Yahweh Shai. All right, I want to get this dealing with Yahweh Shai. Then we'll get some more videos. Okay. All right, so let's go here. Dealing with this is St. John 14. All right. I started start at 13. It says, and whatsoever you shall ask in my name, that will I do. Okay? And Yahweh shall establish in that order, because we can't go directly to the Father. See, this is instruction. See, we pray directly to the Father, okay, then we, all right, are sending up void prayers. So this is something that has to be obeyed. Like, we have to ask in his name. That's why, brothers, was going in on the acronym, that all praises to the Most High acronym. Like, nah, you can't do that. That's out of order. Like, nah, you got to go through Yahweh Shai. Okay? That's our access to the Father. You see? And it says, if you shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. If you love me, keep my commandments. You see that? There's stipulations to this thing. Okay? And then you go to the next chapter. Yahweh Shai, like, if you love me, keep my commandments. Okay? And then it's bigger than the 613 laws. This book is full of precepts. Okay? Now, and remember, this is all done in love. These commandments ain't set up to make us miserable. Okay? But it's a thing of love that's preserving us, man. Okay? And we've experienced life without it, the chaos and the dysfunction. Okay? We still got things that's lingering based on our decision making outside of this wisdom, man. Okay? St. John 15:12 said, this is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. Greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. See, Yahweh Shai, okay? He didn't mind laying his life down. Okay? He didn't mind laying his life down for the elect, those that believed in him. Okay? And through the elect, the rest of the nation is going to be brought back. But he was inclined to lay his life down because of those that believed in him, those that was following him, those that was listening and obeying. Okay? Verse 14, ye are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you. Okay, so the perks of being the friends of Yahweh Shai came with what? Stipulations. It came with us being obedient on our end. Then we get to enjoy the privilege of being the friends of the king. Okay? And you see, the nigga woman wants all the benefits the earth has to offer, but her sorry ass don't give nothing, man. Okay? Her sorry ass don't do nothing but put on outfits, man. Okay? And get ran through by degenerate niggas. Like, then she want the professional men, okay, to jump in. Hell no, man. Okay? And that's the take on it, man. Like, brothers, we come to some times, man, no matter what the woman look like, or, you get your emotion get riled up. Fuck the goddamn woman, man. Okay? These hoes finna get what's coming to them, man. These women, these out of order women finna get what's coming to them, man. Okay? That is what it is. All right? If you can't get in between that judgment, we gonna show that it's not meant for you to get in between that judgment, man. Okay? Now, this word in the Greek is philos. Okay? Philo. That word Philadelphia. Like brother. All right, but it says friend, to be friendly to one, to wish him well, and associate. He who associates familiarly with one, a companion. Okay? You see? So we have this access and this familiarity to Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai through our obedience. Okay? We have that through obedience. This is what's making us close to our power. Okay? Is moving in this wisdom. You see? And as a woman, your protection is your obedience. Your obedience under this order, okay? Under these men, that's going to be your protection in these times, man. Okay? That's the number one thing a woman can do to add value to herself is obedience in this time, because everything else is defiled. The only thing that women can do to add value to themselves in this time is be in order, get in obedience, and this and see women. The modern woman looks at being obedience as if only the man benefits from it. No, this is saving your simple ass, man. Okay, just like us as men being under this order is saving our simple ass, man, because we were simple in the world, man. Okay, so I want to get this account in the book of Acts, and then we'll get to the other video. All right. It's in Acts 27. All right, so I'm gonna read this account. I'm gonna go in the NLT. Okay, I want to get this account. I'm gonna read. Y'all bear with me. All right. This is okay. It said Paul sails for Rome. So this is Acts 27:1. It says, and when the time came, we set sail for Italy. Paul and several other prisoners were placed in custody of a Roman officer, because Paul had appealed, to Caesar. So Paul was on the way, all right, to the Caesar, which I believe Nero at the time. Okay, it says Paul, all right, and several other prisoners were placed in custody of a Roman officer named Julius, a captain of the imperial regiment. All right, Aristarchus, a Macedonian from Thessalonica, was also with us. We left on a ship whose home port was Adramyttium of the northwest coast of the province of Asia. It was scheduled to make several stops in ports along the coast of the province. The next day, when we docked at Sidon, Julius was very kind to Paul and let him go ashore to visit his friends so they could provide for his needs. Okay, and that's show the Lord's favor. It said, putting out to sea from there, we encountered strong winds that made it difficult to keep the ship on course. So we sailed north of Cyprus between the island and the mainland. All right, so now you have storms, arising, as they're trying to go to Rome, as they're in the sea trying to make it to Rome. It said, keeping to the open sea, we passed along the coast of Cilicia and Pamphylia, all right, landing at Myra, the province of Lycia. There, the commanding officer found an Egyptian ship from Alexandria that was bound for Italy, and he put us on board. So they changed, they put the prisoners on ship, because they, that ship there was stopping at ports, dropping off goods, getting goods. Okay, so they put them on another ship going towards Alexandria. All right, bound for in Alexandria, bound to Italy. So they put the prisoners there. It says we had several days of slow sailing, and after great difficulty, we finally neared Cnidus, but the wind was against us, so we sailed across to Crete and along the sheltered coast of the island, past the Cape of Salmon. We struggled along the coast with great difficulty and finally arrived at Fair Havens near the town of Lasea. We had lost a lot of time. The weather was becoming dangerous for sea travel because it was so late in the fall, and Paul spoke to the ship officers about it. Men, he said, I believe, so Paul is speaking to the ship officers now. I believe there is trouble ahead if we go on. Shipwreck, loss of cargo, and danger to our lives as well. But the officer in charge of the prisoners listened more to the ship's captain and the owner, than to Paul. And since Fair Havens was an exposed harbor, a poor place to spend the winter, most of the crew wanted to go to Phoenix, farther up the coast of Crete, and spend the winter there. Phoenix was a good harbor with only a southwest and northwest exposure. So they ignored Paul, and they were like, well, look, we're going to try to make it to Phoenix, because this ain't, Crete, it's going to be an uncomfortable winter, so they were trying to get somewhere a little more comfortable. Okay. So they decided to sell off again. It says, when a light wind began blowing from the south, the sailors thought they could make it. So they pulled up anchor and sailed close to the shore of Crete. But the weather changed abruptly, and the wind of typhoon strength, called northeaster, burst across the island and blew us out to sea. The sailors couldn't turn the ship into the wind, so they gave up and let it run before the gale. We sailed along the sheltered side of a small island named Kada, where it says, where with great difficulty we hoisted abroad the lifeboat being towed behind us. Then the sailors bound ropes around the hull of the ship to strengthen it. They were afraid of being driven across the sandbars of Citrus off the African coast, so they lowered the sea anchor to slow the ship and were driven before the wind. The next day, as gale force wind continued to batter the ship, the crew began throwing the cargo overboard. The following day, they even took some of the ship's gear and threw it overboard. The terrible storm raged for many days, blotting out the suns and the stars until the last at last all hope was gone. No one had eaten for a long time. Finally, Paul called the crew together and said, "Men, you should have listened to me in the first place and not left Crete. You would have avoided all this damage and loss." Okay? So they went through all that because what? They ignored the counsel of Paul. They ignored wise counsel. Okay? And Esau has done that, beginning with us. We, went through all these captivities, temple burnt down, had to run into Africa, had to go on the transatlantic slave trip, transatlantic slave trade, the Middle Passage, okay, buck breaking, gator bait. We went through all these things because we ignored wise counsel, okay? But all these things had to play out, okay, so we could see for ourselves, man. All right, and that's why Jacob's trouble, the woman is going to see that Esau has given them a pseudo sense of power. It's false, okay, because the average woman, the modern woman, feels as if they some type of goddamn superhero, like they a real goddess, okay? But no, Esau, it just has a system where you can play that role, okay, because you have a structure that women have been protected, okay, and been allowed. Women have even been protected from a lot of their own poor decision making, okay, with the government aid, okay, the birth controls, the tubes tied. So now you can be protected from your own poor decision making, okay. But now the Lord is finna show that don't work in reality, okay. He's finna call Jacob trouble to happen. He's finna call this thing to shut down, and the woman gonna see real time that shit don't work. It's gonna get real bad. Okay, it's gonna be bad for everyone, but it's gonna be worse for the woman, and it's gonna be the worst for the nigga woman because no one's more out of pocket than her. Okay, ignoring wise counsel, man. You see, it says, but take now. Listen to this. Okay, because the Lord, he still shows mercy. They ignored that counsel, but the Lord, showed mercy through Paul. It said, but take courage. None of you will lose your lives, even though the ship will go down. For last night, an angel of God, all right, it says, of the God to whom I belong and whom I serve stood beside me, and he said, don't be afraid, Paul, for you will surely stand trial before Caesar. What's more, God in his goodness has granted, okay, safety to everyone sailing with you. So the angel of the Lord brought Paul that message, man. Okay, because it was for Paul that the reason, because Paul had to go to Rome. He had to go before Caesar. Okay, so ultimately people was protected because Paul was there. The mercy was through Paul, just like in Jacob's trouble, the mercy is gonna be through the Israelite man. all right, of the Most High, of Yahushua, the men of Yahushua. And that's why, brothers, just keep doing the right thing. And I'm going to say this, it's going to be way more women rejected, all right, and bypassed than women that the Lord is going to have mercy on. He's going to have mercy on through his men. Okay, it's going to be extremely more women, all right, that get disregarded and bypassed, okay, than the women that the Lord is going to have mercy on through brothers, man. You know, verse 25 says, so take courage, for I believe the Most High, it will be just as he said, but we will be shipwrecked on the island. Okay, it says about midnight on the 14th night of the storm, as we were being driven across the sea of Adria, the sailors sensed land was near. They dropped a weighted line and found that the water was 120 feet deep, but a little later they measured again and found it was only 90 foot deep. At this rate, they were afraid we would be driven against the rocks along the shores, so they threw out 4 anchors from the back of the ship and prayed for daylight. Then the sailors tried to abandon the ship. They lowered the lifeboat as though they were going to put out anchors, all right, from the front of the ship. But Paul said to the commanding officer of the soldiers, you will die unless the sailors stay on board. Okay? So Apostle Paul, like, look, I promise you through my power that you'll be protected, that we're going to be good. We're going to shipwreck. We're going to do that, but we're going to be good. Okay? But the Apostle Paul said, but if you go outside of, okay, these instructions, you're going to die. Okay? So if you move and operate outside of this instruction that I given you, you're going to die. Okay? So the Apostle Paul let them know, I can only protect you if you listen. If you don't listen, I can't protect you. Okay? And this is the thing that this is what we should be getting out. What are we seeing? The things that as men, we should be looking at, okay, from the perspective is if a woman, okay, is not willing to get under your order, your control, you really can't protect her. Okay, you can tell her not to go take the C-hip when shit hit the fan, but if she want to do what she want to do, you can't protect her anymore. Okay, you can tell her about prophecy and and this and that, but if she doesn't want to be under that order, she can't be. You can't protect her. It's impossible. She'll get you killed. Okay, and it says, so the soldiers cut the ropes to the lifeboats and let it drift away. Just as day was dawning, Paul urged everyone to eat. You have been so worried that you haven't touched food for 2 weeks, he said. Please eat something now for your own good, for not a hair on your heads will perish. So he's assuring them, okay, because why? Paul's a man of the Lord. Okay, he had favor. You see? Then he took some bread and gave thanks to the Most High before them all and broke off a piece and ate it. It says, then everyone was encouraged and began to eat. All 276 of us who were on board, after eating, the crew lightened the ship further by throwing cargo of wheat overboard. When morning dawned, they didn't recognize the coastline, but they saw a bay with a beach and wondered if they could get to shore by running the ship aground. So they cut off the anchors and left them in the sea. Then they lowered the rudders and raised the foresail and headed toward shore, but they hit a shoal and ran the ship aground too soon. The bow of the ship stuck fast, while the stern was repeatedly smashed by the force of the waves and began to break apart. The soldiers wanted to kill the prisoners to make sure they didn't swim to shore and escape, but the commanding officer wanted to spare Paul, so he didn't let them carry out their plan. Then he ordered all who could swim to jump overboard and first make for land. The others held on planks of debris, all right, from the broken ship. So everyone escaped safely to shore. Okay, why? Because they listened. They had commanders on the ship. They had Roman centurions. They had soldiers. But guess what? They all had to come under the authority of Paul. Okay, because Paul was a high value man because he was a man of Yahweh Shem Al Shai, and he did that out of love. He wasn't trying to one up the guy that was in charge. He did that so they would be spared. Okay? He didn't do that for ego's sake. He power tripping. Nah, he do that so they could be spared. You see? And that's the dynamic between husband and wife. Okay? So now, let's get some more videos. All right? Okay? Let's get some more videos. I pray that it's making sense. I pray that it's hitting home and making sense. But let's cue up some more of the madness, man. Okay? Now, like I say, this is a message to you brothers. You might be younger. You still, you see something that look good and, you still got this chivalry. Hell no, man. Whatever going on, all right, let it play out, man. Yeah, you keep it moving, man. Okay? That's the advice, in the spirit. You're just going through the precepts, and we're gonna get some more precepts. Damn what I'm saying. We're gonna get the precepts. Then we'll expound. But let's get this. Get a couple more videos. So this is from the brother Karata Zakba out of GMS Baltimore. All right, his channel is Holy Bible Defenders. All right, watch and be edified. He's always, he's what they call a sentinel. He be searching things out. So you want to know the latest, what's going on, with different things like this, the brother to follow. You keep you on par. With the trending things that's going on, okay, within the ministry, outside in the work, in the world, like I say. So, let me put the link, copy and paste. I copy and paste the link to his channel. You can subscribe, keep up with what's going on. But let's play this video here. Let me share it. Okay, and he's taking the stance as if Jake, should jump into these random altercations, that the nigga woman be having, man. All right, and this is horrible advice. Okay, and it's gonna go into it, man. Okay, and one thing about it, you're not gonna shame, because now they want to shame, call you a coward, man. Hell no, this is stupid. Okay, you a coward. And what about your mama? That ain't my mama. Okay, that ain't my sister. That ain't my wife. No, it's some random, stupid ass, dumb ass black woman, man. So-called nigga woman, man. Okay, all right. It's random nigga women. Okay, it's not the same. All right, so I'm gonna let this play. All right, we'll go from there.
Another black woman attacked by a man, this time a white man, and nobody tried to intervene. I mean, everybody standing around watching and filming. Check out the incoming privilege part. Police initially questioned him about the assault and let him go. Fam, he did the woman bad. He took her cane and beat her with her own cane. They say he hit her at least 50 times. We're just a society full of cowards. I hear a lot of dudes talk that talk about, well, I ain't gonna do anything. I ain't gonna do nothing, man, if it ain't my wife. If it ain't my girlfriend. It ain't my daughter. Do y'all understand how dangerous that message is?
Why do so many women today say they don't need a man?
Because we're independent as hell.
If a man has friends, doesn't want kids, hires a maid and hires a prostitute, why would a man need a woman?
What? Shit. He could learn two or three.
We ain't gonna make it like this. A nation is only as strong as its woman. Women give birth to us. Fam, he did the woman bad. He took her cane and beat her with her own cane. They say he hit her at least 50 times. We're just a society full of cowards. We're just a society full of cowards. We're just a society full of cowards. I hear a lot of dudes talk that talk about, well, I ain't gonna do anything. I ain't gonna do nothing, man, if it ain't my wife. If it ain't my girlfriend. It ain't my daughter. A nation is only as strong as its woman.
Tonight, a Good Samaritan is recovering from the beating he took trying to help a stranger. Adam Theo says he witnessed a man assaulting a woman last night in Arlington's busy Clarendon neighborhood. He thinks it was that man's girlfriend, but when he stepped in to help her, the attacker turned on him. And take a look. This is what he got. Blows to the face and a trip to the emergency room. Police say they are looking for the man who did this and for the woman he was assaulting. Theo's friends have launched a GoFundMe page for his medical bills. We have a link on our website, WUSA9.com. Despite those bruises, Theo's sense of humor is still intact. He tweeted, "My plans of being a male model are now trashed."
Victim recovering tonight says he was physically attacked overnight after trying to step in to help a woman who was being verbally attacked.
He has a shattered eye socket, a broken jaw, a giant gash in the back of his head.
It's not a way to live. I'm not liking the city, my city, and I grew up here. I'm born and raised. And then I see a woman over there, very attractive, standing by herself. And then all of a sudden, this guy appears, and he starts yelling in her face and waving his arms in her face. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? Is he getting ready to hit her or something? It's like, where's he at? I said, he's coming at me right now. He's walking towards me with his, intent.
Kenneth says he was speaking to dispatchers when the man attacked him. The next thing he knew, he was in an ambulance.
He has a cranial brain bleed, lacerations in his head, fractures all up and down his orbital bones. My brother is a hero.
The woman didn't stick around.
That he was raised to be, and the fact that he saw a woman in distress.
Would you do it again? Hell yeah, I'd do it again. Would you do it again? Hell yeah, I'd do it again. Would you do it again? Hell yeah, I'd do it again.
Because we're independent as hell.
I want to give all the praises and the honor.
Can't make it up, man. All right. And then it be, the Lord, because them niggas be getting beat up bad, like nigga eye closed, okay? Niggas be getting beat up bad, this nigga, he was on the phone with dispatch one man, next thing he in the ambulance, man. Face bones all broken up, okay? did bad, man. All right, you running your ass over there, and you don't know what them folks got going on, man. Okay, I'm play one more video. We're gonna get some pre-sales, but this is, to you brothers, you probably just not watching it. You still got this, this mindset that it's your duty to protect the random black woman. Hell no, man. You got so much shit going on. Okay, we're gonna get into all this, man. Okay, you got so much shit going on. You don't know what this goddamn woman done did, and then the second woman, this nigga in the hospital, and where you think that woman and man at? Okay, they together somewhere, man. Okay, while you laid up in the hospital, she ain't even stick around. Okay, to say thank you. She ain't try to get the nigga off you, man. Okay, you see? So you got these guys getting beat to sleep, beat to a pulp. Okay, I said we're gonna get some pre-sale. I want to play one more video. All right, cause see them niggas, they still able to tell the story about it. Okay, but this guy here, this other guy, we finna get. Okay, he out of there. All right, now, yeah, let me get that one. So let's play this one. My brother, a hero. Your brother, super stupid. All right, he a goddamn fool. Okay, what's that nigga? Blank man. All right, that blank man spirit. That's them niggas, man. Blank man. All right, with that Damon Wayans.
Local 10 is speaking with the girlfriend of the hero who tried to stop an attack on a woman at a Lauderdale Lakes Walmart and was shot and killed.
Meanwhile, the suspect who worked at that store faced a judge today. Local 10 Sanella Sabovic is live with our exclusive interview. Sanella.
Thierry Bastien was inside this Lauderdale Lakes Walmart when he saw a man beating up a woman. He raced in to help her out. He was killed for doing that right in front of his own family. Their lives have forever been changed now. This infant baby boy will now never get to know who his father was.
It's the songs that plays back in your head. It's the whole scene that plays back in your head.
It was supposed to be a simple shopping trip that changed Makia Ford's life forever. She watched her boyfriend, an infant baby's father, Thierry Bastien, get shot 6 times.
In the front of the baby and in the front of my kids and in the front of me. That's something I'm never, ever going to get over for the rest of my life.
Ford says she and Bastien witnessed a man beating up a woman inside this Lauderdale Lakes Walmart. No one tried to help the woman out, and Ford says Bastien came to her aid.
When he threw her down and he started punching on her is when he ran off to go help her, and I pulled him back and I told him to don't go, and he said he'd just go in to help.
Bastien and the alleged shooter, a Walmart employee who was off the clock, Tironi Sterling, tussled, and investigators say Sterling shot him. Ford pleading with the shooter after the first shot to spare her boyfriend's life.
I had the baby in my hand. I was like, no, please, even if it's for the baby, even if it's for the baby. And he just stand over him and he just shot him.
Sterling was arrested Tuesday night and appeared in bond court today where he was denied bond.
Sir, you're charged with murder while engaging in certain felony offense.
For Ford, it won't bring the love of her life back, who she says was an amazing father.
He was really all about his family, working and taking care of his family. And you just took that away from us. And that's not fair. It's not fair to the kids. And it's not fair to me having the big heart that he have. He went down as a hero, but it's sad.
Sad indeed. And he did go down as a hero. The family has established a GoFundMe link to help pay for funeral expenses. If you'd like to assist, you can find all of that information on our website, local10.com. for now. That's the very latest here out of Lauderdale Lakes. Sinella Sabovic, Local 10 News.
It is just so heartbreaking. Okay.
You see that? And that's messed up, man. You know? But going with that narrative that, you know, is because we was all raised, you know, and then this single mother culture that raises you to pretty much just be a protector of women, okay? But then this culture didn't give women a standard. This culture didn't teach women to respect men, okay? So it's a backwards ass, upside down narrative, and it gets you killed, man. You know, so again to you brothers, man, leave that shit alone, man. You know, let Eve have that. Don't give a damn if it's 20 niggas stomping Eve out, man. Okay? Go to the goddamn car and get the hell away from them, man. Okay? Hell no. Okay? Because this man here it is, he's probably just an average working man, and then he loses his life to a nigga, man. Okay? And the woman, all right, you know she's gonna hold up for old boy in court, her man. Okay, they're gonna probably try to get self-defense, and the only thing that is gonna make them charges stick is because he stood over him, man. Okay, but in court, who you think that woman gonna try to vouch for, man? All right, so let's get some precepts, man. Like I said, we just gonna get the precepts, and then we'll expound from there. So let's get this in the book of Proverbs. Okay. In Proverbs 26, I'll read it. In the KJV. Then we'll get it in. All right. This is Proverbs 26 and 17. It says, "He that passeth by and meddleth with strife belonging not to him is like one that taketh a dog by the ears." Okay, so you're dealing with something that the strife that doesn't belong to you. You just injecting yourself into these situations. The scriptures say it is like one that taketh a dog by ears, and we have to really listen to what's being said and who's saying. This is King Solomon. Okay, the wisest king, and he's coming to these. Okay, he's coming, all right, into this wisdom based off his analysis on what he's seeing. Remember, he's a king, so he's seeing things go on in his kingdom. He's hearing things, you know, he's hearing and seeing these things, and he like, look, he that passeth by and meddleth with strife belonging not to him is like one that taketh a dog by ears, man. That dog gonna tear your ass up, man. And that's why you see them Jakes be getting hospitalized, man, when they jump into that shit, man. Okay, or as we seen, they get deleted. Okay, because you don't know what that woman done did, and that man is in his fury, and you jump your ass in the scene, and then because the first thing the man gonna think like, okay, she must be dealing with this nigga, man. As a man, if a random man jump in between an argument with you and your woman, you know, you gonna go on some Super Saiyan shit like, who is this nigga? She must be, you know, you gonna go extra hard on this nigga, man. And that's what you seeing happening. Okay, so the scriptures is telling you that ain't the way to move. Okay, remember, this wisdom is preserving us. Okay, and if all three of those men would have listened to this, okay, there would have been 2 avoided hospitalizations, and then you still have, all right, a father here, man. Okay, Proverbs 26 and 17, the NLT said, interfering in someone else's argument is as foolish as yanking a dog's ears. Okay, you get into that, man, and it explode on you, man. Okay, So let's go here to Proverbs, the 30th chapter. Let's read this in the KJV, then we'll get it in the NLT. All right, so let's get this Proverbs 30 and 19. I started 18. It said, there be three things which are too wonderful for me, yeah, four which I know not. The way of an eagle in the air, the way of a serpent upon a rock, the way of a ship in the midst of the sea, and the way of a man with a maid. Okay, a man and his woman. Okay, a man and a woman have a dynamic. Okay, that hey, it ain't meant for people from the outside looking in to understand. Okay, it ain't for us to understand the way a man and his woman deal. That's on them. Okay, they figured it out, man. Okay, so you read this in the NLT. It says, verse 19. It says, how an eagle glides through the sky, how a snake slithers on a rock, how a ship navigates the oceans, how a man loves a woman. Okay, so that's why you see men and women, they'll get into these heated arguments. Husband and wives even shoot at each other, have shootouts, and then they be cool, you know, the same night. Okay, it ain't for us to understand that. Okay, that's them. All right, so it ain't us to intervene in that shit, man. Okay, especially with Eve, because Eve is she's the empress of bad decision making, man. Terrible decision making. All right, and I got a video to go into that too, man. All right, when you intervene with that shit Eve got going on, you're putting yourself in that chaotic, all right, goddamn weather storm of bad decision making. Okay, terrible decision making. When you try to intervene on what Eve got going on, you're putting yourself in the midst of her chaos that she created through terrible decision making, man. Okay, and she just gonna have to deal. All right, we not here to protect the goddamn modern American woman, man. That ain't the play. Okay, the Lord gonna have it set up where brothers gonna, you know, through his men, they're gonna have mercy. Okay, upon you know, the women whom allotted, who's predestined for salvation. But outside that, damn the goddamn woman, man, especially the American ran through woman. Okay, the useless ass American woman, man. Get that, you gotta get that out your mind. All right, the American woman is only 1% of the world's population, man. Okay, they don't even put a dent. All right, they don't even put a dent in the population of women in the world, man. All right, get the American woman out your mind. She's gone. There's gonna be a handful. Okay, it's gonna be delivered with the remnant. Okay, and after that, it's over with, man. Okay, so let's play this video here too. That's another one. I got two more. You know.
So let me clarify this. Are y'all telling us that if you are not related to us, if you are not dating us, if you're not having some sort of physical relationship to us, if you don't find us attractive, if you don't find us polite enough, kind enough, quiet enough, that our lives are not worth protecting? Is that what you're telling us? Is that the precedent you're setting?
Yes. The same way women will say, you're not my family. You're not someone I'm romantically involved with. You're not tall enough, handsome enough, rich enough, smart enough. I don't owe you a smile. I don't owe you words of encouragement. I don't owe you respect. I don't owe you any kind of gratitude. Men will hold the doors open for women and they won't even say thank you because I don't know you. The same way when you see a man down on his luck, you judge and laugh instead of offering him words of encouragement, speaking life into him. Why should I do that? That's a stranger. Things that don't cost you anything, you will not give to a man that you don't know, you don't want. But y'all expect these men who don't know you, don't owe you anything, and they have their own families at home that they need to get back to. Y'all expect those men to lay their life on the line for you when y'all can't even give them a hi, smile, or a thank you. Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. You know, and she made a point like, nah, we got our own. You know, we responsible first. You know, you got, you know, the congregation. We gotta make it back to the congregation, man. You know, we got the brotherhood. We got our families, man. Like, nah, man. Okay, we way above getting involved in this shit Eve got going on, man. We way above that, man. Okay, that's them. We just know that let the dead bury the dead, man. Okay, as the scripture says. So let's get another one. All right, and this goes back into the poor decision making of Eve, and you can't make this shit up. I seen this one. I said you can't make this shit up, man. You know.
You might think you know Snapchat, but do you really? Here's 3 things that you might not know about Snapchat ads. Did you know that 9
are a special kind of
All right, so I'm gonna play this, okay, and just listen to the decision making of the nigga woman. Let's listen to her decision making, man. Let you hear, man. Okay, just in case you think we just be talking, man, we're gonna witness the decision making of the nigga woman, man. Okay.
Their strong suit, so never mind.
What I'm realizing is that women are a special kind of
jobless, carless, living with his mama, fresh out of prison, on drugs, and selling drugs. The recipe for a disaster.
But they won't date a bus driver.
And I said, I'ma love this man to health. I'ma get this man off drugs. You know what I'm saying? I'ma get this man to actually get a job. We ain't gonna sell drugs no more. We gonna get off the streets, okay?
But they won't date a guy who makes $50,000 who's never been to prison.
I felt like I was doing my due diligence. You feel me? I'm like, no, we ain't doing this, baby. I'ma take you and I'ma nurture you and I'ma get you to the man of my dreams.
Instead of getting with a guy with a vision who's already closer to your dreams.
What? But I did it anyway. I'm a pharmacy tech.
Pharmacy techs make anywhere from $35,000 to $55,000 a year. Get with a guy that makes $55,000 a year and the both of you all could be doing pretty good. But no, you chose a broke ex-con.
I'm getting nice apartments. I'm getting cars. He's f***ing up every time I turn around. I'm losing cars. I'm losing apartments. I'm losing furniture. I'm losing my mother mad.
You hearing all the stuff that she was losing, but she stayed with him anyway?
I'm getting dragged through the mud, let me tell you. Every time I turn around, I'm pregnant with another baby. And it's just getting worser and worser to the point where I'm like, oh, hell no.
Oh, after having all those babies and losing all your stuff, then you started to see the light. Wow.
Oh, hell no. I turned around and we didn't have nothing. Nothing. We staying at somebody else's house. We in a hotel room. And I'm just like, you know, it ain't worth it. Bye. I'm fucking out, right?
Let me guess. Now you're looking for a six-figure man, right?
And I learned through that experience that I was a pick-Misha. I was willing to go through whatever just to have a man tell me he loved me.
No, sweetheart. You are not a pick-Misha. You were just slow. You all know that she had to pass the pharmacy tech examination to become the person who puts your medication together, right?
Because that's the only benefit I really had. I had a family, yeah, sure, but I had no stability. I was losing my mind. My body was huge. I kept having kids. I'm living at the bare minimum. I keep losing shit. I have no self-esteem. I lost myself. I couldn't have friends. It was no benefit of me being a pick-Misha. It was no benefit of me being with a man that had no money just to tell me that they love me. There was no benefit. I benefited nothing. The only thing I benefited is what I know now, which is what I should have already known.
See,
come back and get credit for the work you've put in at Purdue Global. With your experience and college credit,
how she keeps classifying herself as a pick-Misha rather than just saying that she made a bad decision and did it with the wrong type of guy. Instead, she's labeling herself as a pick-Misha. So now all the women are saying that a pick-Misha is a woman who gets with a man just to have somebody say they love him. But in reality, they classified a woman as a pick-Misha as a woman who would go along with the right type of guy's program. Now, my hat's off to her for coming clean and saying that she made a mistake by picking a bum-type dude. But stop with the labeling yourself a pick-Misha. So if you're going to pick a label, pick the right label. You were just done. Now, let's...
And you can't make it up. And you can't make it up, man. Okay? You listen to what she said. No car, no job, fresh out of prison. Because it's one thing you a street nigga, but them street niggas that go to prison is just like they diamond, they platinum to the nigga woman. You know? It's like them niggas is platinum. Like, he's like, God damn. You know, here it is for a professional Jake, as they say, or just a regular working Jake. You don't meet none of the requirements. But damn, this nigga don't even got to be free. God damn. I can't figure this shit out. I really need some help. I can't figure this shit out. Prison nigga, no job, no car, no house, no skill sets of a man, no father aspects at all. But she, not only is she with this nigga, but she's taking losses and constantly getting pregnant by this nigga. So she talking about she just wanted a man to love her. No. Okay? She was just getting the ride. All right? That's all he had to bring. Okay? She wanted to try to carry the load. He's wrecking her cars, probably ruining her credit, getting her into all this madness. No. She was there for the ride, man. Okay? Let's stop the playing. That's why she was there. Okay? The ride canceled out all the poor qualities that he had. Long as he can give her the ride that she wanted, that nigga was there, man. Okay? They went from a house to a hotel room. That nigga never left. Shit, I can't. I'm lost, man. Y'all got me with this one, you know. But this is how the masses of the majority of women think. You be like, God damn. You know, it's like who gonna call the timeout? Like, God damn. The score 80-2, you know? Like, it's a blowout. It's gotta call a timeout somewhere. But like, you know, hey, they like it, I love it. You know? You know? And these are the type of women that want you to come in and clean up. She wants you to come in and be everything that this nigga wasn't and clean up their bullshit, man. Nah, man, that shit getting old. Played out. You know, that shit getting old and played out, man. Y'all just finna be out here. The nigga woman just finna be out here, man. Okay? Jake tired of being stepdaddies. Jake tired of you know, the lack of respect. Okay, Jake tired of that shit, man. You know, that shit played out, man. Like these bad deals, the modern woman is the worst deal, especially these women that make these type of decisions, man. Over and over and over again, that shit is a bad deal, man. You know, that shit so chaotic she got going on. Okay, because you can come in and clean that shit up, and guess what? She'll go back to that nigga, man. You know? I done seen it with my own eyes. This shit, you know? So, I'm gonna let her speak. Because at the end of the day, she talking about she'll pick Misha. No, you was a stupid ass, man. Okay? You was a goddamn fool. Okay? Because that's they look, you know, way to taunt, you know, the submissive woman, call them a pig Misha. But, you know, she's going to go into a little bit, then we'll get a few more precepts. Okay?
Let this woman give the correct definition of what they were calling a pick-me or a pick-misha.
I always found that pick-me word to be a little funny because they call women pick-me's that walk in their feminine energy. I'm out here smelling flowers, drinking wine, listening to jazz, doing right by men. I'm like, oh, you a pick-me. No, I'm ladylike. They be out here acting ghetto, rocking bonnets on their head, want to fight everybody that even look at them. You know, goddamn queen, you ratchet. And you call the woman a pick-me that's out here treating men right and walking in their feminine energy. You call them a pick-me. Just a bunch of ratchet bullies. And they think by calling a woman a pick-me, it's an insult. Honey, we women, we supposed to want to be picked by kings.
I'm a queen. You a pick-me. You a pick-me.
A pick-me that got picked.
Exactly. To other young women out there, I'm warning you again. Keep repeating what you hear these other women say and follow what these other women do, and you're going to get exactly what they get. And now for my grand.
Yeah, so they, you know, make fun of pick me. Okay? But these you know, that's the woman that's finna win. You see, Eve finna lose, and the Lord got, you know, women getting in order. Okay? You know, sisters that's truly trying, you know, and even women in the world that's, you know, getting in order. Because the main thing with a woman, you know, is for a woman just to be a woman. Okay? The woman doesn't have the responsibility of a man, you know, when it comes to this ministry. Like, there's a different responsibility. Like, the woman just being a woman, okay, that's gonna go far in the times to come. A woman just being in order, that's gonna go far, man. Okay? Well, it's finna be a lot of women, okay, that's finna be in torments, man, with this dumbass philosophy, okay, of feminism and independent. So I'm gonna let her dumbass talk, cause this is the dumbest woman on the planet. Okay, so we gonna let her spew her madness, man. All right, let me let's get this. My brother can get a few precepts. All right, then we're gonna let this idiot, okay, spew her madness, man. All right, but you sisters that stay with it, y'all finna win on a whole nother scale. All right, cause y'all dumbass cousins. All right, Tranisha and them, they done. Okay, they out of there. And when I play this shit, I'm gonna go directly to bed. All right, when I play this dumb motherfucker. So let's get a few out the book of Sirach. Yeah, let's get Sirach 25 and 1. Yo, Sirach 25:1. And let's get Sirach 26 verses 13, 14, and 15, 16. Yep, Sirach 26 verses 13 through 16. Yep. So this is the brother, all right, Tawabia 48, and this is Sirach 25:1. It says, "In three things I was beautified and stood up beautiful both before the Most High men, the unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, all right, a man and a wife that agree together." You know, and that's a beautiful thing, all right, for a woman, all right, for a man and a woman to agree together, to be in one accord, to be in order, you know, and that's what the Lord is bringing back to the earth, man, and he's doing that with the elect. See, the elect is going to be example, okay, of righteousness in the earth. This is what we're being prepared to do, and this is why the Lord is establishing order, you know, amongst the church, man, amongst the body, okay, because it's a beautiful thing. All right, now you go here to it's the brother Tawabia 48, Sirach 26 and 13. It says, "The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones." See, the dynamic between the man and the wife is a beautiful thing. You know, like the Lord, when he made the woman for a man, he made a beautiful thing. You know, a beautiful thing, like the order, but it begins with their order. You know, then because even the way the things that we're attracted to in a woman, like the Lord, he created that, you know, perfectly. You know, and then the way that a man and a woman in order complement each other, hey, that's a beautiful thing, man. You know, and it says verse 26, but in this society, you have a very few women that's tolerable. Okay, and now those few women that's tolerable, you have even a few that's an actual asset. You know, so hey, as men and women, we really gotta consider ourselves blessed, man, because as men, you know, a lot of Israelite men in the world, but there's only few, okay, that the Lord considers an asset, you know, to be a joint heir. You know, so that's why we have to really fight and, you know, don't take this for granted, but really, you know, strive in this thing, continue to get better, man. Okay. Verse, you know, pray that we endure, you know, pray that we stay in this mindset, man. Okay. This, Sirach 26 and 14 says, "A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed." A mind that's well instructed. Okay, it's a valuable thing. Okay, and then the instruction is preserving us, man. Us as a nation listening to, you know, the instructions of Yahweh Bashem Al-Shai, and the woman that's listening to the instructions of her husband. A mind well instructed. That's why the Lord is getting ready to have favor, because as a nation, we're becoming, you know, like that woman that's a mind well instructed, man. Okay? You can give her a task to do and she completes it, man. Okay? That's where the true value comes from, man. Okay? And that's why the Lord has it to where, you know, everything has been so over sexualized to the point to where, you know, a order is where you get your real value from. Okay? Getting back in the administrative role unto your husband, man, that's really where the value comes from, man. Okay? So, verse 15, and it says, "A shamefaced and faithful woman," verse 15, Sirach 26 and 15, "A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her continent cannot be valued," man. Okay? And what we see in this society, bold, tough ass women, okay? Masculine as hell, like it's the complete opposite, man. say anything out loud, tough, you know, ready to snap at any minute, man. You know, you take it out, you looking, you know, like, damn, who this bitch, you know, don't explode, you know. You looking at her mannerism like, oh shit, here we go. It's the complete opposite, man. Nah, man, a woman is supposed to be it's supposed to be an aura of shame in how she moves. Like, she ain't supposed to be just this bold and, you know, not saying that she should have a low self-image, but she should be mindful that she doesn't shame herself with her behavior, man. Okay? That's valuable, man. It says, as the sun, verse 16, as the sun, when it ariseth in the high heaven, so is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house. Okay, in the ordering of her house, man, that administrative role. And that's the beautiful thing. Okay? Because in this society, we've been exposed to everything sexually. Okay? But now the Lord is pretty much establishing us in what our responsibility and duty. You know? Like, that's the thing that's beautiful, man. Us coming back to our responsibilities and duties as men and women. Okay? So let's I'm play this, man. All right, it's, like he said, it's the grand finale. All right, now listen to her dumb ass, man.
And finale. But first, let me apologize for this headache that I'm about to subject you to.
We are the queens of the universe. Men have forgot that we are the queen of the universe. We are the womb. Without us, we cannot create life. This universe would not thrive without women. And men seem to forget that, and women give that power to men to forget that.
Do women create life or do women carry life?
We do both.
I mean, doesn't it take two people?
It does. However, if you have an island with 12 men and 1 woman, you would have a thriving society. However, if you have 12 women and 1 man, you would only have a limited society, and it would not grow on from here on out. For 100 years, you would not have anything.
So let's do her math real quick, shall we? If you have 12 men and 1 woman, you would have a thriving society. So let's see. If there's only 1 woman, she's the only one that can get pregnant. So that means that 1 woman would more than likely have 1 child. So that means that there'll be 12 men, 1 woman, and 1 child, which equals 14 people. Versus, she said if you have 12 women and 1 man, you would have nothing. But the 1 man can get all 12 women pregnant, which means that there would be 12 children, 12 women, and 1 man, which equals 25 people. Somebody needs to go back to grade school because our math ain't math.
But don't men create more life since they can get more women pregnant?
No, because if you have 1 man and 12 women, you have a thriving society.
Okay, now she's contradicting what she said before, which now she's actually right because 1 man can get 12 women pregnant and produce 12 children. Make up your mind.
Because women create the life. However, if you have one woman and 12 men, you get a lot. With 12 men and 1 woman, you get more.
What? Once again, I apologize for subjecting you all to that headache.
Yeah, man. You know, so their way of thinking gotta be destroyed out the earth, man. Okay? Because it just get worse. All right, it only gets worse. You know, Lord, like, this is why nukes was created, man. Like, everything makes sense. Like I say, everything should make sense. Like, the Lord got it mapped out. Like, the nukes is the perfect solution. Okay? To a lot of this madness, man. But yeah, man, there you have it. You know, I just want to bring that out. You know, it's like there's been the back and forth, you know, dealing with the madness and protect the black woman. Are we to protect the so-called black woman? Hell to the goddamn no, man. Okay, now it's like you brothers, you grown men, you can do what you want to do, you know. But my session of it, man, you know, is it's not a good play. All right. So Lord will you brothers and you few sisters edified. Till next time, I say Shalom, Kwam Yashala, Bob DTA soon, Shalom. Guns of corn. Yep. All right. It's gonna be a lot of in the news. Okay, dealing with the nigga woman. All right, you gonna have a lot of materials, of corn. Okay, dealing with the nigga woman before they shut the web down in the news. Okay, Shalom.